How's it going? I'd play around in the yard for a bit. You guys haven't seen the chickens in a while. They're all molting, so they're losing all their feathers. Juels seems to be very obsessed with my male regions. I think a few people can agree with that. I don't even think you guys have seen the silkies. Oh, there's my hat. Very close. You know, she sure has a lot to say about me, considering she has nothing. She paints me to be some creeper. And I'm supposed to be annoyed by the Jeffrey Dahmer comments by the strangers online that I don't know. We'll never meet. I just don't understand how she doesn't see it. She has more opinions than anybody on YouTube. And it seems like she's got a little career in everything. She seems to think she's the voice of reason. And she has, hey Lord, fart wad. She seems to have comments on my job. Do you have a job? Or do you just pretend to be victimized? Like, it gets old. You have no job. You lied to make it sound like you had a job. At 50-something years old, you don't have a job. And when did you have a job? Hey, Yahoo. These ones are, they're probably about 2.5, 3 weeks old. These three. And then I have these ones over here. These ones are like almost a week. But one of them is quite behind. Like that little one right there. That one didn't hatch until 5 days after the rest, and it was shrink wrapped. So I didn't think it was going to make it, but it did. She didn't eat for the first, I don't know, 3 days. So that stressed me out. She'd like try her scratch, and it was like disgusting to her. So she's pretty cute. Yeah, I'll do a closer up. This chicken that I got, I picked her up when I got my silkies, and she was already an adult, and they didn't hand raise their chicks, so she was an adult when I got her. But she does not like being held. But she trusts me, but with the phone, she's probably a little weirded out by it. I would hope that your nips aren't that big. She's a good mom, though. When they're getting cold, she said. But I ended up getting this coop. It's big enough for like a mom or two and their babies. I hated doing it inside, so I got this. Well, whoever's modding can remove it. You get rid of the photo, or you're gonna have to leave. I honestly don't even care if my channel got kicked. But yeah, it's big enough. Right there. So this is what I use. So I don't have to have the babies inside. And I'm only gonna do this in the summertime. Because it's starting to get cold now. So if I was to start hatching some more, it'd be too late in the season. So now my silkies, if they start laying soon, I'll definitely do that inside. My silkies are all over in the bush over there. I don't know if my Wi-Fi can go that far. This used to all be like thick, dense bush, and over the last year, my chickens have cleared it all out. So I started raking and shoveling, and I'm making a little rock pathway, rock stairs down there. I've got them covered because the chickens just dig, and I want to put cement down. Yeah, but my silkies are over there. Well, there's one. This one's the boy. They're just fluffy. They don't really have feathers. Hey, buddy. He's a troublemaker. I'll probably have to rehome him. I've got one too many males. Who's texting me? I don't think I can open my messages because I think if I open them, it'll stop this. I believe you can, or no, I don't think you can. I thought there was like a private chat or something. All right, read the comments. Juels made quite the display yesterday. Well, she's messing around with people that she doesn't know. She keeps getting all up in everybody else's business. And then when people welcome her into like new communities, she doesn't like respect space. She just tries to take over. And then when she can't, it's everybody else's fault. Like it's dumb. Like I haven't gone through a full stream in I don't know how long, forever. I started a new job almost 3 weeks ago, so I have no time. And it's on like honestly, it's the same stuff recycled over and over again. Like I just find it humorous that Juels tries to make me out to be some low life fucking creep. And she's got to pull up a video from like a year ago. I know you are the Virgin Mary, Juels, so you wouldn't know, and nobody wants to step foot near you, but sometimes guys got to readjust. It happens. It was over a year ago. Boomer babe. Love watching all your farm critters. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a few people tell me to start doing this. It's just hard to find the time. After I get home, I'm exhausted. See that little one over there? He just doesn't stay with them usually, and I think she'll be fine. She's eating now. She's learning. I think she's just a little bit slower. I wish I knew how. Like, in my coop, I have a camera, and I have it connected through Wi-Fi. Look up there. I have a camera set up. Are you planning on getting different animals or just sticking to chicks? Oh, definitely just sticking to chickens. My property's not fenced, so it'd probably be quite the hassle. And even if I wanted to like start getting into bigger animals, like all my property is this, and it's all built on bluffs, so it's like building and flattening, and then it's not possible. Too much pain. I like my chickens. They're fun. I like all their little personalities. I'm surprised you didn't bring that up, that I had to deal with that rooster. She lives in the city, so I suppose she's not all that educated. Or she just wants to try and pin anything on me. They get stuck and confused how mom got around, but they don't. Anyways. This one's so tiny. I saw a comment up here. Glad I caught this live. Did you see my message about the ortho dog cruciate? I didn't see your message. I imagine you sent it on Instagram. You'd have to tell me your name on Instagram, but if you don't want to post it here, it's totally okay. I actually I believe when Zeus got his first surgery, which was the cruciate surgery, and then that didn't work. So there was a place about 3 hours away that he was an orthopedic and he was just starting to get into dog braces. And I went and got Zeus fitted for one. And then when time came to get it put on, he was just starting out. But his fur, it was making it really hard for the brace to stay up. So he has a brace, but it doesn't do the job. If it came to it again, yeah, I would probably try it again. But there's this shot that has just been approved in Canada through the vets, and it's in the US, and I can't remember what it's called, but I get him a shot once a month, and it helps with his arthritis, and it works phenomenal. Like, I barely see him limp anymore. What's this? Boomer Babe. She was replaying that video on when you were readjusting, and it wasn't like there was anything to see. It just looked like you were tucking your shirt in. I can tell you that if I was on a live and on someone else's panel, I definitely wouldn't be jerking myself, that's for sure. And even if I was intoxicated, it still wouldn't happen. I was readjusting. But Juels likes to blow up anything. Like when she said I was gonna shove my D down her throat. I proved her wrong, and she still goes with that lie. Like, it's in her head. It's so clear. There's something wrong with her. If she can't work in society and do a regular job, even part-time, but she can go on YouTube and hang out with all these criminals who go after each other, then obviously there's something wrong. There's got to be something wrong with her. Like, and you know what? Even when I was writing that post yesterday or whatever day it was, I even thought to myself, what's the point? Like, why? Why even post it? Because either she's going to go off her rails and say a bunch of lies, or in 0.32 seconds, Maria's going to make a live. Like, people want to like make it so I disappear on here, but it's not going to work. If I want to be on YouTube, I'm going to be on YouTube. If I want to comment in a chat, I'm going to comment in a chat. You know, like, even if I make a comment in John's chat and I ask him how he's doing, it doesn't mean that I support everything he doesn't say. Like, he's a grown man. He knows right from wrong. I don't need to grill him for it or tell him what's right and wrong. He knows. It's not my business. But Juels seems to think that she is entitled to everything and anything, so she's gonna say and do as she pleases. I don't have Instagram. Oh, sorry guys. Wonder if Juels is gonna go off about that one now too. Oops. I don't have Instagram. Was on a live I missed. Get him the ortho dog cruciate brace. It is amazing. It saved my dog. Are you in the States? And how much did it cost you? And did you have to get sent a kit? Because I know a lot of them are based. Sorry, he's just finding his voice. A lot of them are based in the States, and the exchange rate for the States is quite expensive. And I don't like the idea of me doing the casting. I'm just gonna fuck it up. Lord Fartbod. Honestly, it looked like he was readjusting and forgot the cam was on. And even if I do say, "Oh, I forgot the cam was on," they're not going to believe me because I did it in the very beginning. Legit, I didn't mean to. And I don't even understand what's the big deal. I make a gesture and it's the end of the world, but she can fucking complain about the same community that hates her and wants nothing to do with her over and over again. The ortho dog CCO brace will give him the support he needs and heal 100%. He won't be able to ever heal 100% because he got the TPLO. I don't know if you know what that is. It's where they put the metal bracket in place. And unfortunately, what messed things up was he got the first surgery. It didn't work, which then created arthritis. Then he got the second surgery, which he should have gotten in the first place. And nothing is ever 100% after you have tried to fix it more than once. So his leg is good now. His ACL is good, but unfortunately he's got arthritis and bone spurs. But he gets the prescription diet for bone and joints from the vet. He gets his supplements. I give him a lot of salmon. You measure your dog and order it. Oh, the price did go up, but look into it online. No kit, no casting. I did a lot of research before I ordered it. It will help you. What do you mean, no kit or casting? Is it like a material instead of like a big bulky brace? Zeus, he just loves being by the babies. Like anywhere the babies are, he just wants to be by them. I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh dear, what happened? Oh, I tried to zoom in. Another thing about my chickens is normally like they'll go broody. So broody means like they want to lay on their eggs and hatch them, and they got their motherly instincts. And so they go broody, they hatch their eggs, they care for them for about a month or so, and it seems like after that they're not broody anymore, and they just kind of expect the babies to fend for themselves. She is like super mom. Like I'll post a picture on my community tab, but I have like crates like that, and she will literally sit on the edge of the crate with a baby under each wing and is totally content. Like how uncomfortable. Fabric and padding, very comfortable. My dog loved it as it took the pressure off the injured leg. You just send OrthoDog the measurements. It explains. Ooh, okay. I wish I knew where his other brace was, and I would show you. But it's like a normal human knee brace. It's big and bulky and plastic, and it's got race cars on it. You see the camera? The other night when I was putting them all to bed, I was turning my camera on, but turning it so it's facing towards you, and I was putting it so they could see themselves. That was so funny. It's the only brace that works. But isn't there a spot that, like, on his, he had a couple straps, and the straps were a spot because when you would tighten it, it would push down on the ACL essentially and hold it in place. Does it have anything like that? I wish my silkies would come over here. I might be able to convince them with something. So it's called the OrthoDog CCL brace. I'll screenshot that and then look that up later. I have blueberries. This is my fridge, everybody. Oh, there's my blueberries. All right, this should get them out. Come on, Zeus. Zeus, come on. Zeus, come on. He wants a treat. Come on, let's go. Take your time. Chickens know what they're getting. Where's the other two babies? Come on, guys. Have you been to Stand Up Guy's channel? I found his channel, yes. Do I watch him? Not really. It's just a preference. But he dislikes Juels, though, I imagine. I don't know if there's really any content creator that actually likes her, though. So that doesn't really narrow it down. Come on, come here. Come on, guys. These guys are like at the bottom of the pecking order, so they don't come out too much. Oh, here they come. What's in the wheelbarrow? Oh, rocks. I'm making a stairway down there, and I'm going to make it out of rocks. But when I placed all the rocks down, it wasn't sitting very nice. And the chickens like to dig, so they kept trying to move them. So I'm going to put cement down and then put the rocks down. She's calling her babies. Like she won't eat them until they come. But yeah, I go down to this river and I find all these rocks. My service might work down there. You guys let me know if it freezes. What's on, everybody? So that one right there with the white head, that's a Wilma. She's called a showgirl. And she's got no fur on her neck. Here, Wilma. This is my other boy. He's so nice. And then those three are my females. I am unsure if Wilma is a female or male. I thought I'd be able to figure it out by now. They are. They're so funny. They're so humorous, especially these guys. They've got so much fur around their eyes. Even though I give them haircuts, they can't see very well. And then when you spook them, they jump right up in the air. They're really clumsy. They fall and they trip a lot. Yeah, they are high maintenance, but they're so worth it. Honestly, if I knew the breed of silkies, I would have gotten all silkies. Oh, something must be flying over. And then everybody goes silent. Isn't that funny? What is that? For a while, the ravens were stealing my eggs. That might be what it is. Oh, my frizzle is going after them. I wish I could get closer to Wilma. Come on, Wilma. I don't like chasing them. Wendy. Why do you provoke Juels, then act like she is the one doing it? I never said she was the one doing it. I made the post, yes. Just like what almost every other person does. If you look back at her lives, she brings me up as an example all the time. Everybody seems to think I have an obsession with her, but I truly think it's the other way around. Oh, that's what it was. There's a blue jay over there. Constantly telling me that I need therapy. She's the one that sits on YouTube and cries and acts like she's the victim. Like, when does she ever genuinely take responsibility other than being like, oh, yeah, well, I guess I shouldn't have done that? Or, there's always a but with her excuses. I only talk about her. Right. She talks about every aspect of my life. Like, every aspect. Juels, do you have a house? No. Do you have a job? No. Can you sustain your life without government assistance? No. Like, you're not even at retirement, but instead you sit online as the victim. Like, yeah, I'm going to bitch about her. I made a post and she goes on a rampage looking up things on Reddit to try to insult me or make me mad. And it doesn't really work. When I get lied on or people make up shit and want to paint me as this weird person, or they want to make up that I'm a scammer, do I go online and cry about it and go on other people's lives to rant about it, and then when it doesn't go my way, cry and drop down, and then come back up, and then drop down and come back up? No. How many lives do I honestly do? Not many, because I have a life. I have a life that I need to maintain. And she continuously calls me a pizza driver. Like, where did you get your facts from? Like, should I be shamed because I did a delivery job? It was a job. If I'm going to get paid to do something, they can tell me to do whatever they need me to do, and I'll do it because I have bills. I have a house. But, or maybe I'm in everybody's DMs trying to scam them. But I'd love for someone to show me or post online for everyone to see where I've asked somebody for money. I had a few friends in a group chat that I thought were my friends. Clearly not. I would vent to them about stuff. I borrowed money from one person and I got chewed out by people that weren't even involved in it. It was none of their business. And even when those people turned on me, I still paid the person back. I could have just walked away, but I didn't. Oh, that's fine. I don't care. Hey, Mia, how are you doing? I don't know if you have the same number or not. I haven't texted you. What's happening now? Nothing really. I made a post the other day because it's so comical and how you can predict what Juels is going to do and say. And it's like how they all make fun of John and how it's like it cycles through the same shit, you know, every year it's the same cycle. That's what people say. And it's like, she's just a female version. People tried to be her friend. Like, look at Maria, for example. She tried. This is just, you'll lose your, like, you can't do it with people like that. What gets me the most is that she can't work because she has issues with males. But she picks fights with males nonstop and tries to be a wannabe gangster and tells people to show up. And then when they do, that's her new content for the next 3 months. She's going to talk about how violated she felt. There's been numerous times where I have made comments on people's posts saying, I don't agree with people going to her house. I don't agree with people trying to make her fear where she lives, because I can separate emotions. And even though I can't stand her, I still can see right from wrong, and she does deserve to feel safe and content in her home. I think I've always said that. Yeah, was I jokingly gonna send her? She makes it sound like I was just gonna fucking chop up a squirrel, throw it into a box, and mail it to her. When no, that definitely was not the case. I make keychains out of squirrel tails. It's no different than like the lucky, what is it? The lucky bunny foot or bunny tail or something like that. People do those. This is no different. I don't go around looking for to kill things, but she makes it out to be. And I was gonna send her a keychain. I put a lot of effort into those things, and I sell them for a good amount. And I was gonna send her one, but when somebody had said to me, that's like that is going real life, and I'm against it. I don't agree with that. Um, so I decided not to do it. It wasn't to try and scare her or make her feel unsafe. I've never threatened her. I've never really even gotten nasty, but she seems to go full force. Let me read the comments. Protect Queen Bee, all costs. It was probably Duchess of Pity. I don't agree with what was done to her with the flyers. And somebody commented on my post and said, like, for this person to drive 6 hours is messed up. And I completely agree. It is. I don't think it should be done to anybody. But when you constantly act like the tough guy and tell people to show up and find out, what do you expect? Like, how, fucking D left a letter at her door and she was going to go to the cops. Like, it looks so dumb. It's not like she banged on your door like the cops and expected to hand it right to you. Like, you can't tell people. You can't act all tough and act like nothing bothers you. And then the moment someone does, you fucking cry and you act like everybody should stop what they're doing and have sympathy for you. The world does not revolve around you. Oh no, whatever you have said anywhere about her is nothing compared to what MobTube has told her, so don't worry about it, you're good. Those YouTubers fight over the stupidest things. There are people dying and suffering, and they attack and focus on anything except their own lives. So juvenile and very sad. Someone will get hurt. Yeah, that is definitely gonna be what it comes to. Somebody is going to get hurt. Like me, I had to change my job over the internet. The internet. How dumb is that? And I don't talk to anybody in my life about YouTube. Like, there's absolutely no need to. And I left a job that I really enjoyed, regardless if it's just a delivery job or not, or it's minimum wage. When you work a job that has tips, you have a lot of potential to do really well. And I was doing really well until the end of COVID, and there's a shortage on chefs. It's nobody's fault. It happens. I'm happy for the job I have now because it is way better pay. It is way better hours. And it's actually something that I can do long term and not have to worry about. No, they weren't calling my job, but they were threatening it. They were going as far as going into my boss's Facebook and then into my coworker's Facebook, saving photos, sending them to me, going into my coworker's partner's Facebook. It just wasn't worth the stress. I'm not going to be manipulated and threatened into whatever it is that they want or need. This is not going to happen. And it's a tough one to say, but it worked out for me. Not the way I would have liked it, but it forced me to find better things. And now, because everybody has proven their psychoness levels, I will never say anything to anybody about my job, where I work, what I do, anything. Nothing. You tell people you got to wear steel toes at work, and they'll find your job within 20 minutes. Like, I just don't get what these people do. Yeah, it's it really is. It really makes a difference when the people you work with and work for are amazing. You know, my bosses were easily a 10 out of 10. There's not a single thing I could say bad about them. Yeah, I know who was doing it, but I can't say because they blackmail me. I don't enjoy holding things against people. I don't enjoy fighting with people. I am very forgiving. I can get pissed off and frustrated, but give me a few days and I don't want to fight. That's what I'm like. And the fact that I had to tell this person, you do this, I'm unfortunately going to be forced to do this. I don't enjoy doing that. Yeah, it is really peaceful. I went from living in town on the busiest street to a car comes down the road and it's like, yeah, it's weird because I live at a dead end road and I'm quite close to the end. So, and it's nice, my old house was fenced, but like my dog, he doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't even leave my yard. And it's not fenced. Like my neighbor's house is like right there through the bush. These blue jays are taunting my chickens. Yeah. You think you can have a good friendship with somebody online, but you just can't. You can't trust anybody. And that's unfortunate. Because unfortunately, I am a very trusting person and it does bite me in the ass. And do I learn? No. I still trust people. So it's easier just to not have communication with people outside of YouTube. I've locked up both of my Instagrams and I don't touch them. A couple months ago when all this shit went down, I couldn't even keep track of the amount of threats that I was getting. It was sickening. And then when I made a post about it, I was the next John 2.0 because I guess there was emotion in the post. Like for John, I don't agree with the majority of things that he says. But the amount of harassment that he gets on a daily basis, that has got to make a person lose it. Like, I was getting angry to the point that I don't get that angry ever. So I couldn't. And it's no excuse. Yeah, it's just a lot of it on him. Sure. But I stay out of his drama. When he does something pretty drastic, like posting Brooke's kid, I made a comment on it. I said, like, it's not okay. But what else can I do? People just need to learn how to mind their own business. Like, all these creators on the 90 Day community constantly talk about how people shouldn't go real life, and then people make fun of Jules because she's constantly saying people shouldn't go real life and it's wrong. And then the next day, she's doing it, you know? And it's like these people are giving her shit, but these exact same people have gone real life on me. Hey, it's just, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. All my silkies are starting to come out now. I gotta look at the comments. So peaceful at your place. Since you changed jobs, expose their asses. I'm just, you know, I might have made that decision in the heat of moment when I was really angry, but I know that as soon as I do it, I would regret it. I've sat down with my bosses in the past and I've told them about a little bit of this and the harassment that I get, and people might call or, you know, make remarks about me or who knows. And they told me not to worry about it, but it's still the fact. Like, why do you have to try and bash their business that they've worked from the ground up because you don't like me? You know? Like, and it would be the same for this person. I've got lots. There's lots of stuff that I could do. I could go through their Facebook into their families, you know, into their exes' families, and do all kinds. And but I don't want to. I'd honestly rather make things neutral and not fight. I don't like fighting people. Baby's lost. Come on, little guys, you gotta learn. Keep going. There you go. Love or hate 28. I think it's time to leave him alone and move on. Like, the fixation on the date of when he cut himself is ridiculous. Like, if you were to explain this scenario to somebody who has no idea about this YouTube shit, they would think that you are such an inconsiderate human. Like, it's evil. So he lied. Okay. You know what? He lied. He's proven that he didn't gain anything off of this. And I think he knows now that he talks about anything, it's just going to be twisted and turned. Anything can. Look at the things that I'm apparently made out to be. I'm some abusive asshole who's sexually harasses women. Like, Jules, nobody cares about you. Nobody wants you. You know, I wish I had the patience and the time to just snap everything that when you talk about me and just keep record of all of it, but it's not worth my time. I would have done it by now. Overhate on you, because if they blackmail behind the scenes but want to call out other people's bad behaviors, they need to be held accountable. Oh no, if this person does anything, yeah, then I will be forced to do it. You know, this whole thing started with a complete lie and a very, very sensitive lie. But I chose to just let it go because why do I feel the need to have to prove something to somebody online that I really don't know? It's just childish. I would rather be doing this all day. I used to watch the community and people's lives a lot more because when I'd work, I would be in the car the majority of the time. So I'd put it on and listen to it. And apparently that's a crime too. People say it's distracted driving. It's no different than music, podcasts, the radio. No different. They're saying he lied to get money. I don't believe that. I think he just wanted not to be spoken about anymore. Are you talking about me? Because they accused me of taking money from people too. You know, the person that is saying that they loaned me money, I would have happily had a conversation with them. But instead, for months, I can't say it was months, I don't know, it was at least a month. They went with what everyone was saying it was a loan, it was never paid back, and I'm a horrible person. Then to come find out that person, after seeing all the hate and harassment I get, they finally say, "Oh well, I told him he didn't have to pay it back." Initially, she wanted to gift it to me. I couldn't accept that amount of money. Then she said, "Well, if it makes you feel better, how about you pay it back?" I said, "I can't be owing people money right now. I'm sorry." Yes, she did. She helped me at a really rough time. She did. And I appreciate that. But what I don't appreciate is her going with the narrative that I scammed her for however long it was. I wouldn't do that to somebody. And I showed more than enough proof that I wasn't a scammer. Perhaps actually my last live was about that, stating, show proof. Show some kind of proof where someone has given me money and I have refused to pay it back. And within minutes, they made a live showing proof. And there was never any proof shown. It was just running their mouths like they do on a regular basis. Like some of these people that go live all the time, they have families. Like if I had a family, I couldn't imagine even glancing at YouTube. Like this shit right now is enough. Oh, Wilma's out. Sorry. That's Wilma. She is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. I think she's a girl. It's just her crown is a lot larger than it should be as a female. But she hasn't crowed, and she has not jumped on any of the females, but she is dominant and does this weird little two-step thing like the boys do when they're trying to impress the females. This one right here acts like it's on crack all the time. She's always zooming around, getting freaked out. See, runs and takes it. Isn't she cute? Oh, you little shit, you stole it. Now you see the phone, eh? Oh, everybody run! It's just the Blue Jays, guys. You're all bigger than me. Guys, stop it. Enough. He's still learning. Like, there's probably going to be a live about this. How dare he show chicken porn? Let me see what everyone's saying. Those people are not normal. You cannot reason with unreasonable, manipulative people who have nothing better to do than look for drama. Exactly. No matter what I say, how I say it, even, I'm being 100% honest and forthcoming. It's still wrong, and it's still a lie. Acting like 12-year-olds while their kids are watching. You said it better than me, Purple Nurple. John. Oh, John. I would bet money that someone was in her ear confusing her. Oh, yeah. That did happen. Yeah. Yep. That's how it started. The world is in a sad state. The internet is destroying humanity. We need to be living our lives, encouraging one another. And you know what? I think about that all the time. I see a counselor, therapist, whatever you want to call it. I'm not ashamed of it. It's not anything that should be an insult. And I talk to her about it all the time. Like, look at the way the world's going. Everybody is living paycheck to paycheck. Life is not sustainable. And give him a blueberry. Oh, he took off. Did you see that, Blue Jay? It is stressful. It's stressful to know that things are only going to get more expensive, more harder. And how are people supposed to live? Like, if I had the ability and the knowledge to completely go off grid, I totally would do that. Like, I would totally go completely off grid if I could do it. Like, that's something that I think about all the time now. I think it'd be fun. Like, to just hang out with these guys all day. I love just sitting outside. That's why I'm starting that little garden area over there. I don't know if the same people are in here from earlier, but my chickens over the last year have completely opened this area up. It used to all be bush. And so I started raking and cutting some stuff back and put my hammock up, and I'm building a rock steps. I'm going to attempt to put some gardens in, hang some lights, maybe put a tarp up, and just make it a little nice space. Because when I sit on my hammock, my silkies all want to come sit with me, and I love it. I enjoy it. She looks like Philly's Diller. I read a comment on your post. FYI, I don't have anyone blocked. I don't know how to block people. I deactivated my account and reactivated a few days ago. No one is blocked. The amount of times that you deactivate and activate again is, I don't even know if I could count it. She's rocking the sick comb over. Yeah, I would actually really love to try and put a ponytail in and just have like one ponytail coming straight out. She is so cute. She's perfect, but her balance is horrible. Like, I can't even pick her up without her freaking out. I have to be holding her wings. And she loves coming inside and watching TV. She goes on car rides with Zeus and I. I'm going to take Zeus out on the back roads, go for a drive. I bring her with, and she'll walk with us. You know, if I'm walking along the lake or something like that, she'll totally walk with us. I do have a harness for her, but she doesn't even need it because she doesn't run away. She can't fly. We need to find joy in things that are free. Trolling is free. Yes, very true. You know, there's a difference from trolling and harassing though. Like there's no line anymore. You know, it's like, oh, you said something mean about me. I'm going to post your entire life and your families and your in-laws. Like, it's, I don't know. I couldn't imagine. If you go off grid, you need a partner or a co-op. Difficult to do alone, yes. You can go off grid as much as you can right where you are. Yeah. I love where I live. It's not too far from town, but it's enough that it's peaceful. So you don't have to tell me where you live, but what is your weather like? I'm in Canada, British Columbia. Where I live, you know, there's 2 months of summer, but maybe you get a month of good weather. We it used to rain here all the time. Like, I think the forecast is like today's like the last day of summer really for the heat in the 20s, and then it drops, but lots of rain. Um, we're starting to get more snow as the years go on. Last year, well, where I live, last year I probably got about 2 feet of snow, and it's I don't mind the snow, but now that I have chickens, snow sucks because they got to stay warm. Their little feet, so I have to shovel them a pathway. And what I usually do is I'll shovel them a pathway from their door all the way to my carport, and they have my carport, and then I'll shovel a pathway to the porch and down here, and then I'll dig out like a big circle for them so they can still dig. And of course they have under the porch, and they have my front porch, and underneath they have a lot, so it's not bad. You could go viral if you film your comb over chicken adventures. Well, I thought about doing like pre-recording things, but it was hard enough just to do these lives, you know, to pace around my backyard for hours talking to my phone and nobody's talking back, and sound travels where I live. So my neighbors, they must think I'm weird. But I do go a lot of cool places. I was looking into a GoPro But they're expensive, and that's not me grifting. I don't want anybody to buy me nothing. Um, but right now, I'm actually gonna save for a satellite phone. Um, I didn't even really know about them, but yeah, you can get them on Amazon. They start at around $300, and yeah, you can text and make calls, so that's nice because I'm always like I don't even have service at my house. Like I just and if I'm gonna go out exploring, it's up in the mountains because like the back road is like that way, and there's my road, there's maybe a football field of forest, and then there's the back road, and I take that one and I go off exploring. So I need something to have some sort of communication. Like last week, I went camping. Zeus and I packed up the Jeep and drove down island and drove the back roads for about 2 hours. And then I had to go down this really, really narrow path, but it brings you out onto a beautiful, huge river. And that's where I got all those flat rocks. And there, it's like there's so many animals, like elk prints everywhere. You can hear them in the bushes constantly. I had one walk right through my campsite the first night. I woke up and there was fresh tracks right through my campsite. I don't know how I didn't hear it, how Zeus didn't hear it. Normally, every little noise he hears out in the bush, he growls, but his age is starting to catch up to him. He's going to be 10 October 1st. Like 10 years. 10 years I have been committed and devoted to this dog. It's the longest commitment I have ever had. And I know I have done a great job. People seem to think that I'm a scammer through my dog, which is the last thing. And it's like, that crap too. Why does anybody find that they need to research me online, find news articles that a vet wanted to do because they helped me out by discounting a surgery, and they go and they post it on their community tab, and then the next day they tell people not to go real life. Like, tell me that's not going real life. Like, sure, you're just screenshotting my personal information, posting it for the world to literally see. Like, how is that okay? Have I done that? Have I posted any real life stuff? No. Like, they go to the extent that I've made multiple GoFundMes. I think when he was 3 years old is when he needed his first knee surgery. And I was in my 20s, younger 20s. I couldn't, the amount that I was told I had to pay before my dog could feel comfortable again was mind blowing to me. Like, and I think I made a GoFundMe for that. And I vaguely remember it was around maybe $800. And that was it. Then his second knee surgery, which was triple the amount of the first one, instead of just hoping people will give me money, I did fundraisers. I think they're called the Broncos. I don't know if anybody knows about this story. It was in a hockey league of boys. It was a youth league, I believe, and they were traveling for a hockey tournament. And a semi driver blew through a stop sign and totally smoked them, killing, I think there was like maybe 2 or 3 survivors out of like 30 people. Have a good night, Mia. And they, my friend obviously had connections and got a jersey from them and donated it to my fundraiser and had all their signatures on it. And at the time, like they had just gone through something super horrible. It was on the news. Everybody knew about it. So when people saw that jersey, they wanted it. So I did a fundraiser with 3 different things. It was that, a gift card to a nice restaurant, and there was one other thing I can't remember. How is that scamming? How is that grifting? Another one I did was my friend does catering, and everybody will know that because Maria felt the need to post it, and she offered to do a bake sale, and she's well known, so it did really well. And then somebody on council, like the mayor, but someone on the council had reached out and said, whatever you make, I will match it. Great. She wanted to do a news article though in return. Like, fair, totally fair. So I did. Like I did a 50-50 draw. I raised, I believe it was like between $1,300 and $1,400. Somebody got half of that. I did it all online. Like, there was nothing secretive about it. And my friend created a GoFundMe because I didn't want to. I didn't want the hassle. I didn't want any of that. Like, how is any of that grifting, really? The select few people, they make comments about how I shouldn't have animals because I can't afford them. All of my animals are well taken care of before I even remotely think of getting things that I need. I think after my last live, someone made a comment. I can't remember what it was, but it had something to do with, you conveniently didn't say how expensive chickens were. They're not. The first few months, yeah, it cost me. It does cost to start something up. But now, oh dear. And now I'm doing great. I have more eggs than I know what to do with. And I actually donate a lot of my eggs to the food bank. People like to make shit up, create their own narrative. What do you guys want? You guys want some more blueberries before bed? Hey, how's it going, Sly? I haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, chickens, you're going to the wrong home. Sometimes they get confused because when they were babies, they were in here. No, Mama, you gotta go to bed. You gotta go to your other. Go ahead. Go. Look. Look at what I got before you jump up. Look. Those people have no idea what is involved in raising farm animals. City slickers have no clue. You are doing a fine job. I can see that by what is in your yard. They are looking. Yeah, they are. Yeah. And I've never claimed to be perfect. I've never, look at my yard. It's not perfect. I got shit around, like, but it's my yard. I don't have garbage rotting around everywhere. I don't, I've got multiple tasks on the go. That is the story of my life. Welcome to ADHD. Like there's some garbage around, lids from salads and stuff, my garbage pit. Like I'm not perfect, but I know that I do a damn good job at making sure my animals are happy and healthy and they get everything they need. And now I benefit from it. I put the work in and now it's like a little side gig. It's no different from like, women doing their Etsy or all that stuff. I just choose to do chickens. I get called an animal hoarder. I know a few people on here that are animal hoarders. They get animals and then they're not to their liking, so they just choose to get rid of them. I would not do that ever. I have challenging chickens. My frizzle, actually, I got 2 males that. What are you doing? I have 2 males that can make the babies with the hens. And I'm discovering that my frizzle male, he's like, his sperm must be broken because he's not producing any of his own kind. So, any farmer, what do you think that they would do? They would kill it. Because why feed a male that has no use to them? That's just the way the farm life works. And in the beginning, I had a rooster that was getting aggressive with me. It was starting to get aggressive with Zeus. And if it kept harassing Zeus, yeah, he would probably kill it. I tried to find it a home, and there was no luck because nobody takes males. So with his aggression, yeah, what was the best thing for me to do? I humanely put him down. Gave him a great life, gave him lots of treats the day that it happened. And lo and behold, Miss Juels made it out to be something that it wasn't. That is the only time I've ever had to put a chicken down. And it'll probably be the only time I'll ever do it because it was horrifying. Your yard is fine. It's a gentleman farm. All good. My gramps had a rancho, and they're fully working. Chicken, roosters, horses, cows, bulls, pigs, hogs, banana plant trees. That's cool. Tobacco. That is so cool. I couldn't imagine having to maintain all of that. Like that is super cool. Lynn, are you in here? I don't think you've talked once. And I can't open Texas. Got 19 people in here. and not even a handful are talking. How many of them are recording and then going to proceed to make fun of me tomorrow? Purple Turtle. So you don't have Instagram, eh? So I can't possibly message you and grift a little? See, I got nice little gardens from the last people that owned it. That's all my cedar wood for this year winter. Today I finally found my chicken egg stash. My chickens sometimes go through these phases where they want to go and lay their eggs in their own spot and have me find it. So today I found 3 cartons of eggs. 3 cartons. Isn't that unreal? And where they lay them is in this crap. And it's impossible to get to it. It's like a little spiky maze. Like, to go through that, painful. Why can't they do it somewhere where it's easy? Why can't they just do it like right here? Or over in that bush? But no, they gotta make it difficult. I'm just wandering around my yard. I'm starting to try and push that bush down now and get it more maintained. I love my place. I never thought I would own. I gotta put a culvert in because I don't got a backhoe to dig this out further. What's your acreage? I believe it is 5 acres. Oh, hey, Lynn. Yeah, I could go inside and get a light and then go in the coop. I gotta make those videos where I just go in at night and I just sit with my phone and record them. A lot of people have told me that they fall asleep to that. This is my little makeshift work area until I can afford to buy some better stuff. This is what I'm working with. Let's show you guys what I've been doing. I've been collecting driftwood. Yeah, see, there's an egg right there. I've been collecting driftwood and I put epoxy on it or I stain it. This is a really cool piece though. I found. There's these little pieces like this. I sand them and I stain them. And then I make like wind chimes. And I got this piece. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But I've coated it like 100 times. So it's solid. Like all my wood. You go to the beach and I just pick through. All of that's wood. Make a little like this. That's just a piece that I made and then didn't like it. I made this one. Some shells on it. And then this piece of wood. This wood is really soft. And after I sanded it a bunch, these little design grains came out. So then I put a glossy coat on it, and it looks really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. These are two different ones. That one and this one. And like, I use elk antler, and I cut them up. Like, people say that I am constantly on YouTube watching everyone, but I'm really not. Doing all my little projects. Boomer Babe, how is your niece? She's doing well. She's got a new boyfriend, so I don't see her too much, but I do work with her, so but I'm happy for her. She's got a new boyfriend, and she's still maintaining a job. What else? I've been hounding her to figure out, she's taken a year off, so it's time to start doing something for school. I don't obviously want her to do what I'm doing. I obviously, should have went to school, but I'm not the best at school. Definitely don't got the smarts. She's got her place. No, she doesn't have her. She still lives here, but she spends a lot of her time at her boyfriend's, which is nice. But I miss her. Not seeing her as much, but she's really great though. Yeah, she's pretty much still a teenager, but if I'm having a hard day or whatever, she's always willing to drop whatever and just come hang out. Like the other day, she came over. We watched a movie, documentaries. She really likes crime documentaries, so she's gotten me into that. When I am on YouTube, yeah, it's like all. I didn't know you could watch. What are they? They're parole hearings, and they're real. They're done on Zoom, and I've really gotten into watching those. Those are nice. These are all my shells that I've collected, and I just put them in, I think, hydrogen peroxide. These ones are, I just finished cleaning them all. I always look for the cool ones. I really like these shells. When these are dry and I've put like baby oil on them, they look really nice. So I've been collecting a lot of those. Like these. And I have, I'm trying to think. So I started making necklaces too. I got into that Temu app. Temu, is that what it's called? Temu app. And started ordering like stuff to make necklaces. I'm trying to think where they are. I can't even think of where they might be. They were here. I put them somewhere when I was going camping because I didn't want to bring them. Oh, I guess I did bring them camping. I'll show you guys these. I really enjoy doing these, but they take me quite some time. I'm gonna hook it up here. Harder to see them, I guess. So it's just driftwood, and I do like 10 different types of sanding all the way to like the polishing sanding, and then I put a clear coat of like gloss on them, and they turn out really nice. So I really wanted to get a bunch of these together and get a booth at the craft market and sell these, but of course I don't ever have time. Those and like some rocks I've done. I just put a clear coat on those, and yeah, I really wanted to do an Etsy, but after like looking through all their things, they take so much. In the end, they take a ton. So I'm not gonna slave. Like one of these probably takes me about 5 hours. Say I sell them, I don't know, $40 or something. They're probably taking like 40%, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather give them away at that point. And that is my problem. I tend to want to give people things, but yeah, they're really nice. Yeah, and then I like this one. It's really small, but I like that. And then I made my first earrings, which took me like 20 minutes to make. When I was sanding these, I was pushing too hard on it, and it right down the middle. Like, see, so I can't pick them up. Oh, yeah, just made some earrings. They're obviously a lot nicer in person. You can see the different grains and all that stuff. And the side chipped, it was so chapped. Boomer babe, thank you. A lot of fucking pain and suffering. It's so hot in the summer, and I do the sanding outside, but then I pay for it the next day because I don't wear them, and I get a killer headache the next day. My nose is full of dust. Yeah. Buy one of these, which was super cool. I thought that was so cool. Yeah, that's all I've done so far. What I tend to do is the it looks smooth, and then I do that with a bunch of pieces, like here, and then then I'm bored with it, and I don't want to do it anymore. So I got a bunch of nice pieces that are like majority of it is finished. Where do I go to collect them? I just go to the beach. I know a couple beaches that are only accessible by 4x4, so not many people are often there. So I go there, and And I think it's illegal to do that, but I've never had anybody say anything. I don't take a hell of a lot. Like, I'm pretty selective on the things that I take. Selective while I show you all my bins. But like, I just love the how they look. Like, is that not cool? And like, see, like that's not a shell. Like, it's like buildup of something, but it's not like a shell stuck in there. Oh, I'm not worried about it. YouTube, what do you do? Call the beach patrol and rat on me. Like, these ones are all sanded. And then I've got like this. These are the rings that I make. So I'll take an antler like this and I'll cut it and sand it. And these take a long time to make. But after finished, I have a ring. You know, it's not perfectly circular, but it's all done by hand. Then the different grains come out. I had one where the grain, it looked like a big tree. That one was cool. I gave that one to my sister. This one I burned a little bit. I was trying to do burn art. Oh yeah, here guys, take pictures of my fingers and post them online like you guys have been doing. I work, so they're not nice looking. Yeah, I make all kinds of sizes. I've got a friend that's opening up a shop soon, so I'm gonna put all this stuff in her shop and sell it. You're gonna see, like, I got this piece, so I sanded this all up and then I stained it. I'm not very good at like visualizing something like a craft, you know, like say a wind chime. I'm not good at visualizing it and then making it. Like, I'm not. Did you find the antlers? Yeah, yeah. This is a skull. I found this years ago, and I've never done anything with it because I don't want to do something with it and then mess it up. The only thing I've done is like bleached it to whiten it. But yeah, I do antlers. They're hard to find. You got to walk up riverbeds. Even where I was camping a couple weeks ago, like, it's like there is such a huge amount of elk down there because it's illegal to kill them here. It's very rare that you can go out and actually hunt elk. And I've made photo frames and used a lot of like driftwood like this and glued them on the frame. I've sold a couple of those. Shellac it. What's that? I love rocks from the beach. I go to the beach called Agate Beach here in West Coast and collect. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's. Where are they? Oh, God. Got a bucket somewhere. Like all this, like they're so smooth and stuff. I got a few here. But these ones are all small. But they're so, like, they're completely smooth. Some of them I've tried drilling into and near impossible. And then these rocks. This one's really cool because it's completely hollowed out from the ocean and all the rocks swirling in it. So it's actually got rocks inside it. But I thought that was super cool. Like there's a hole straight through it, but then there's a hole on the side. All I really was stoked when I found that. I don't know what this is, but it's crystal of some sort. These rocks, I don't know if you guys know what these are called. I think it's like a flower or something, flower rock or something like that. Have all those little markings on them. I like this one too. Complete circle on the top of it. Yeah, these rocks, they're not, they didn't, like, I didn't find them shiny like this. I put, I use, like, I use this, like a luster or a gloss or matte. I've got all different kinds. Yeah, like that one, it's got some holes in it. Like this side is shiny, this side's not done. I like it when people are actually interested in rocks because I like rocks and wood and shells. This is cool. I don't know what this is. It's not coral. I don't think so. It's not a rock, but it feels like a rock. And I don't know. I imagine I could drill through it, but I don't want to break it. You can find lots of these. I thought this one was cool too. It's a weird. It's really light, and that's the middle of it. Cool, hey? That's called a hagstone, the river rock with holes. Look it up. It has a story. Oh, cool. Sell those wood pieces you made in lots and let the buyers decide what to make. They would. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I never thought of that. I can make like little kits, Like it's a spray that keeps the wood in the foam. Huh? That you worked on it and it's permanent. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a spray that keeps the wood in the foam. What are we going on about again? That's clay button. The white one you said, not coral. Oh, so this is a clay button? I don't know how good the quality is on your guys' end, like, but it's not smooth. Shellac. Look for it online. You will find awesome components and feelings. Huh. This is a nice one. Right there is what it looks like naturally. I really like the shiny look. I was trying to like, how people do that. I can't remember what it's called, but you do a bunch of dots on rocks and they look really nice. Like this is what I mean when I say I'm gonna do crafts. I just can't do it. It's like a purple. Looks like lava. This is a great live. Oh, thank you. That I appreciate that. That means a lot. I always just think people won't care, so I just never go live. But I figured, why not today? That one. I wish I knew where my big bucket was. You want to see something cool? My dad gave it to me, and I believe he said that a friend of his that dives. Oh, my ankle's locked up. Ouch. I think. Sorry. That was painful. I got something going on with my ankle. It almost feels like a ligament or something like that. It gets stuck. And it fucking hurts. Oh, ouch. Try some music while you're doing them. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm doing all that crafting stuff. So I have this. So on the bottom, it's got these little shells attached to it. Oops. And this is the shell inside. And like, look at the locking, the knuckles in it. Arthritis. Yeah, go figure. People who craft a lot would definitely buy that stuff. It's beautiful, and a lot of projects could be made out of it. Yeah, totally. Trying to set this up. So like, see, like, I don't know if it fully closes, but I don't want to force it. But like, I don't even know what this is. Like, obviously a shell of some sort, but it's huge. And it's got a few of the shells on this side too, like on the bottom area. There used to be, well, I think there is a shell there. And then it's got like the same shells, but just like little pieces right there. Like, it's like Juels' mouth. It just can't stay closed. Uncalled for, I guess. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I've been eyeing it up at my dad's for a while. And finally he said, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'd rather you give it to you now and see you happy than when I die." I'm like, "Oh, stay positive." Yeah, like, does anybody know what this is? I agree. Great live. What is that? It's huge. Be careful with it. Look it up and see what you have. You're going to be shocked and sell. Well, Slide, you know what it is? My dad's also got like, it's like a huge, it's probably like 70 pounds. It's a huge rock. And he thinks it's casted with clay, and it was from the ocean, but it's completely circular. I wish I took a picture of it, and I want to crack it open. Yeah, I don't know what else. I can show you guys my frames that I've made. My room's messy. No point showing that. So I've made this one. It's the same all smooth wood. I just love how unique all the pieces are. Okay, so there's that. And then I've made a mirror. I really like that one piece of wood right there. And it's cool because when my friends saw that I was doing this, they went through and found some old frames that they don't use and gave them to me. So that was cool. So I don't have to buy them. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? I made my niece a graduation present with her grad photos. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Just turn this off for a sec. It might not be here. It might be at her boyfriend's. Oh, B. Your room is a disaster. It stresses me out. Oh, maybe she put it somewhere. Oh, maybe it's up here. Oh, there's some more of my plate. Oh, here it is. And I tell the kid, don't keep food in your room. We live out in the bush. Mice can come in the house. You think she listens? Nope. She does not. Okay. All right, I'm going to show this to you guys, but I'm going to cover the photos. These people are psycho. This took me so long to do. It's super cool. I love it. Just a moment. Okay. This is like my best accomplishment. So I built her like I put a bunch of wood together underneath, and then I put a bunch of wood. Hers I sanded and stained. The other ones I didn't end up staining. But I got some shells and I epoxied it. So I put some flowers down underneath, and this is epoxy. And then that's her graduation with her dog that passed away. She had that dog pretty much her whole life, and her name was Daisy. So I dried up some daisies and then, added some family photos for her. And I found like a heart-shaped piece of wood. That was cool. And did all that. And these, I don't remember what they're called, but they're limpets, I think they're called. I've been obsessively collecting those right now, and I've actually got like a few hundred of them. And I want to do a photo, like a framed photo, where I glue them all in, and it's like the whole thing is covered in them, but take like the dark ones or the light ones and make like a design in it. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. It stressed me out because of the epoxy, but it turned out really nice. And it's never gonna, like, the photos will never get wrecked and scratched. There's quite a few of Zeus's hairs in it, but memories. He puts in his effort. Yeah, I was really proud for that, making that one. I really like making people stuff, like making gifts and giving it. I'm not big on. I'm not good at selling. Oh yeah. Limpets, yes. You are so creative. Thanks. I wish. Here's another thing I made. Juels is going to call me an animal abuser, but I actually found this skull out in the bush. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a raccoon. It didn't have the teeth. I'm not done it yet. So I did that, spray painted it, and then super glued the skull on there. And then I'm going to put some more little bones and whatnot. And my chickens, they're molting right now. So I'm going to somehow glue my rooster's feathers. He's beautiful. He's got the most beautiful feathers. They're so big and long, like, and they bend. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Very true, purple turtle. Yeah. Most creative people are not good at marketing. I'm not good at marketing. Nope. Not good at selling, not good at marketing. My counselor told me I needed to get a hobby, so this is what I did. And my niece, this was a Christmas gift from my niece and my sister. It took them a few years to get it done because it is very complex, but they put this puzzle together, and I'm like a big Toy Story fan, like big. So I took a canvas and I kind of just like threw paint on it and did whatever. And then I glued the puzzle to it. And like what's cool about this puzzle is in every little piece, there's little pictures of like the Toy Story movie and like different, all the characters. And so it was really hard to put together, they said. And then all the little tiny pictures in the little pieces makes that. Isn't that cool? So my plan with this is to pour epoxy over it, but I'm just learning epoxy, so I don't want to screw it up, so I haven't done it yet. Listen, just work on them and pile them up enough to have. Yeah, that is my plan. Well, not good at selling, so when my friend opens up her new shop, I'm just going to give her all of my stuff and she can price it and sell it. And she's into the same thing as I am. Like, people make it out like it's super weird that I have skulls and all that stuff, but there's tons of people that do it. I live in like a hick town. I'm not going around looking to kill animals and then do that. I either find animals that have died, or I find skulls. Like, I'm in the bush. like fucking 80% of my life. Does epoxy get air bubbles? Sounds tricky. Oh my god, is it ever? Yeah, it is. Um, it is very difficult because you only have a certain amount of time before it starts to harden, and it's extremely messy. I'm trying to figure out my camera settings. It's very, very messy. Um, I don't. What else have I done that's epoxy? I've done stuff, but then I give it away. But like right now, I'd like those like little those necklaces. I don't know. Can you just paint epoxy on it and it hardens? I don't really know. The fumes aren't too bad, but you can get epoxy apparently that's not, it's like bubble free. It depends how you mix it. It's very like the measurements have to be absolutely precise or it like instantly hardens on you. Or it heats up and is really hot. But when you do lay down the epoxy, what you do is you just take like a torch and you just like slowly over the whole thing that you're doing, and it pulls all the bubbles up. So that's what I did with my niece's project. Is I just did that, and it worked out really great. You know what? Anytime I'm home, it can be the winter and I don't have a shirt on. I don't like the feeling, the texture, whatever you call it. It's just I don't know. It's just uncomfortable. Never have I shown more than this. Very rarely do I go lower. Yes. Try it on one and see for yourself. Yeah, I just got to be careful with it because um, it's expensive. Epoxy is so expensive. Um, and yeah, I'm grifting. I'm secretly hoping that you guys feel sorry for me that epoxy is so expensive and you guys just all offer to buy it for me. Is it working? Purple Turtle, if you don't mind me asking, what other do you go in a lot of other streams? You don't even actually have to answer that if that's uncomfortable for you. I was wondering where you were, Lynn. Lynn is pretty much like disowned like me because she's my friend. She is now disliked by many. Isn't that sad? Isn't that pathetic? It can be obtained bulk like. I love the way you say things. I mean, you can buy it in bulk. Yeah, it's just expensive. Like for, I don't know, I think they're 8-ounce bottles, like $30. An 8-ounce bottle does nothing. Um, Not expensive. It is expensive. I looked on Amazon. If I buy like a liter, it's a liter of the hardener and the other one, it's like $300. Things are cheaper in the States, not here. Everything's expensive. They want to scam everything out of you. And especially the part of Canada that I'm in, British Columbia, like I had to change my name. Oh my god, is there two Lyns in here? I can hear something in the bush. Lynn, are you Boomer Babe? Did you have to change your name because people are harassing you about being my friend? Like, it's pretty sad when you get harassed for someone you're friends with. That's what I didn't like. As much as they say, "Oh, I never told you who you could and couldn't talk to." Yeah, you did. And it's like I'm not even trying, like I'm not even lying or trying to insult them. It's just the truth. I'm looking in the bush. I had to change my name. I've seen, can't even pronounce that word, boards on Etsy with epoxy. Little things like shells in the grooves of the wood. Yes, that is where I essentially hope to be. In the groove. I go on a few channels, try and encourage people being attacked and prepper off grid. I think there's a bear because I can hear something across the road in the bush, and the dog is on the road barking. Oof. I worked with epoxy before, but I think I had to mix it with something. Yeah, so it's equal parts. Most of them are equal parts. The hardener and the resin. Like prepping. Now this is turning into a horror channel. You hear something in the bush. Yeah. I wish I could go for a walk with you guys, but the moment I leave my Wi-Fi, it'll disconnect. I am not Lynn. Well, where the hell is Lynn? No, not my dog. My dog would never. He doesn't leave the yard. My neighbor has two dogs. So one is up at their house barking, and the other one is down on the road, probably treeing the bear. I had my first ever encounter with a bear today. Really? First, eh? Oh man. There's bears around here all the time, but I'm lucky they've never gone after my chickens. Like my chicken coop is pretty secured. It was an old shed, so pretty hard for them to get in. And my bedroom window is like right there, so if anything tries, I wake up. And I've got a camera. I can actually show you guys the epoxy. I didn't actually know, but Walmart sells them. And so I've been getting them there. But like this little kit, and it's, yeah, 8 ounces, $32 before tax. So like it took 2 of these to do my niece's project. I'll flip this around. I'm very good at this. What camera? I think back control. So yeah, it's just these two. So it's the hardener and the resin, and it's equal parts. And it has to be like exact. Bears don't want anything to do with you, so I was trying brave. It ran away from me, but my heart was racing. Yeah, mine does every time too. My dog went ballistic. She was on a leash, luckily. Like bears, if they have babies, like mama bears, yeah, they're protective. But a regular bear just looking for food or whatever, very rare do you hear about bear attacks. even with dogs, bears just tend to jump and climb the tree and sit up there until you're gone with your dog. But like grizzly bears, different story. Grizzly bears are psycho. We don't have those around me. They're down at the other end of the island, so probably like 3 or 4 hours away. Yeah. I remember a 3-legged mama bear used to cross our yard. What? A 3-legged bear? How would that even survive? Like, it's not like it can go to the vet, get surgery, and then, be gone. Maybe you will find bear teeth or claw. Oh, you want to know about bear teeth? Well, since you asked, I actually found a dead bear that had just been hit on the highway. So I left it there for the birds to eat, and I went back 5 days later, and it was pretty much a skull. So I took it, and right now it's degreasing in water for about a month, and then I can bleach it, and then I don't know what I'll do with it, but let's put some of this stuff away. So this right here, again, they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're such a sicko." Well, there's another one of my rings. This is a girl's one. It's very tiny, but I have all kinds of teeth that I've found, like in the bush. Like these are elk. They're pretty big. That's actually a smaller one. Like, it must suck for an animal to get cavities, and they just have to deal with the pain. And like, that's a small one. That's something sitting here. So I have this. So I always wondered, like, I find these sometimes, and they look like a claw. And that's what I always thought they were. Maybe like a cougar claw shedding because they're hollow. But no, it's the beginning stages of a tooth in a bear. Because I had a jawbone, and it was like rotten. So I ended up just trying to take it apart. And sometimes you can find teeth inside of it, and I did. And these were in the jaw. Oh, damn it. Yeah, these were in the jaw where the teeth are. So that's what they are. I found these out in the bush. I have no idea what these are from. So that's obviously where the gum is. But yeah, they're like long. And they're really long. Like, this is probably like an inch. Now they will call you Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, yeah, degreasing bear skulls. But yeah, like, this is what the jaw looked like, the jawbone. So it was rotting, so you couldn't do anything with it. And like, those are the teeth. But yeah, when I broke it apart, like right here, you can see this was like sitting in it, in the jaw, like it, and it already had its adult teeth. Oh yeah, see, like this is a squirrel hand, and then I make a keychain out of it. Obviously, I got to make it look nicer, but there are lots of people that do these types of things, and there's nothing wrong with it. This one, I believe, was a bear tooth. This is a shell that I found, and I'm gonna collect more. I have more of these, and I'm gonna make a picture, and they're like butterflies, but it's just the part where the shell attaches to. But then the shell's broken, and it looks like a butterfly. And I was doing, like, this is the end of an elk antler, like right there, this part. So I'll cut it, and then I shined it up, and I was going to make something out of it. I was doing my sister's 60-day sober, but I ended up not liking it because it wasn't centered. So I did a different one. Yeah, see, I got a few of these. And like that, I believe is either a nail, like a toenail shedding, or the same thing. This is a big one. So that's an elk tooth. That's huge. Like, compare it to a pop can. It's like as big as the sea. Pretty big, eh? And like all the grass they get wedged into there. It's nuts. Yeah. And these. This one, I believe, is. Oh, I think it might be elk too. I do have a bear skull right here. I have this bear skull that I found. It's got the two front teeth, and then it's molars. That's pretty cool. I'm super stoked to see what the bear that I have soaking right now, what that skull is going to look like. Because I believe it was a youth bear, because it was not very big. But yeah, I've got a lot of random things. I'm giving people a lot of content to go off of for the next few days, I bet. You know what? People are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to make their own narrative. They want to make it out like I'm some weirdo. I don't, I'm not the one playing with dolls, you know? Yeah. I enjoy the things that I get up to. It's kind of dark. I don't think I'd be able to show you the other bear skull. And frankly, the water is not clear. Oh yeah, see? I just heard something small in there. It was probably a bunny. Last night, I couldn't find one of the babies, so I was freaking crawling in all these bushes last night. Like 10 o'clock at night. See if I can find it. Because I got all the other bones in there too. Isn't that gross? Ugh. There's the skull. And too, like you find a bear skull like this, like the fact that it was all intact. I've got the jaw and the head. You know, people buy these for like $400. I wouldn't sell it because it's so rare to come across it. But and its teeth are so white. Oh, this reeks. Gross, eh? It's coming along. Bears take months to degrease. I know, Lynn. People are going to say what they want. I live out in the bush. Like, I'm not a city person. And like, people that know chickens, is it not the oddest thing that my silkies all perch? Like, they can't fly. They have no balance. And like, baby mama's in the wrong spot. That's usually Wilma's spot. Zeus, move. Come on, back up. Back up. You see Wilma up close. It's dark. Like, I don't know. People that know chickens, you think that's a male or female? I love her. I think those holes, cavities in the elk teeth, are actually how the teeth form the first 3 years. Then those holes fill in to form. Really? Oh yeah. I actually just heard about that elk ivory. Apparently the like last 2 teeth in the back of their jaws are ivory. Zeus, stop eating chicken food. Look at how cute she is. I just love her so much. See, she's like, go away. Mama, you can't. Ooh. That's a stare down. Wilma usually sleeps there because the babies don't sleep in here. So I think we'll want her spot. Let me know if this is freezing. And then, where's the other mama? Where are the other babies? What the heck? Huh. Interesting. My little youth babies are not here. Yeah, those are my silkies. He is such a gentle boy. This one should take note and learn how to be a nice person. Nice chicken. Yeah, I know. Look at him threatening me. That's how they have to do it to look. Elvis. That's a good name. That should be his name. Your name is Demon. This one. Purple Turtle, how do you have so much information? How do you know so much random facts? Oh, I think I know where my babies are. Babies? Oh, hello. You're with mom. Hey, look at, they're under her wings. Isn't that cute? I'll do the front face camera and they get all weirded out by it. And it might be too small for them to see. Look at you, see you. Yeah, show off. Look at you, see yourself, Mama. I love it when they drink. They're so cute. And their little noises. Let's put this back. Very knowledgeable. How did you cut those milk crates to make nesting boxes? Great idea. I'm not young and I am always outdoors. Used to have a farm and love the woods. I collect rocks, bones, and wood. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love hearing that. Yeah, at least you know I'm not psycho. There's been an owl around and they've been stalking my chickens. So anytime I hear noises, the little baby's peeking through because I left. Let me show you the milk crates. Okay. So they're just sitting like, you know, a normal milk crate would. I just cut out the front, like, you know, I cut them. This thing down. So I just cut from here. This one I cut a bit low because I would like them like this one. Nice because it keeps the shavings in. And then I just stack them on top of each other so they have more privacy. I've been meaning to make them some curtains because apparently they like complete privacy. So I want to put a curtain rod, like a little like wooden, and then make them some curtains so they get the privacy they want. Yeah, have fun. And they don't use them. That one is a fake egg. Yeah, I wish you would use it. Isn't it weird? These two, they're brothers. And look at how different they are. Like, look at his cone. It's long and thin. And then his cone is like huge. Oh, this guy's being a dick. See? He's just a dick. He's just an asshole. Can you guys hear the babies? Since I walked away, they're like, come back. But yeah, like look at his cone. It's so big. Make such weird noises. It's not a very nice way to treat her. Yeah, pretty much. The baby's looking for me. Yep, right here. Come on. That's cute. I can do this like for hours. I love just sitting in here. Sometimes I even bring a chair in. That's Karen. She used to be a bitch. Now she's really nice. She is completely black. Her fur, her skin, her bones, her organs, and her meat, all black. I just used a saw just to cut the crate. And this is one of my other favorite chickens because she's got a beard. Annie. 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 Look at her little cheeks and her beard. And she's a lot smaller than the rest. She wants up. Here, come on. There you go. She's looking for her other mama. She's right there. I wonder if she's going to get down. She'll literally sit right where Annie's sitting, just like that, and a baby will be on each side of her, and she'll have her wings over the babies. Ericana. Is that... I'm so bad at knowing the name, like the breeds. This baby wants to be held. What's wrong, my little one? Do you want to go up with your mom? Oh, you asshole. Come on. I know, you're grumpy. Yeah, attack that air. Thank you. They are beautiful birds. Easter egg chickens. I don't understand that term. Easter egg chickens. What does that mean? Like the eggs that she lays are quite small too, and they're kind of like a peachy color. Karen lays olive green eggs, and I just learned that apparently she's like one of the most expensive chickens out there. And they're like, I don't know if it's like incredibly rare, but yeah, I saw a breeder selling them, and she was selling them for $150. So I asked, I was like, what is it? What is makes them so expensive? And she just said, I believe she said, because they're rare. but I don't know entirely. And then here, I'll show you. I'll show you good old George, who can't produce, but he's really sweet. He's very small. That's him. He's a frizzle. She's contemplating on her babies. Easter egg chickens lay blue, green, or pinkish eggs. Yeah, I would say her eggs are more pinkish. Colored eggs. Well, that's good to know. Okay, come here. There you go. Come on. You feel better right here? There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the puzzle is super cool. And you named her Karen. Karens aren't rare. Well, when I had my other Gothic rooster, he was like the top boy, and Karen was next in line of the pecking order. So she was an asshole and she was mean to all the other chickens. But then when I rehomed him, because he was getting too aggressive with this boy, and this boy, he's very gentle and very loyal. So and he was beating the crap out of him. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. And so Karen, as soon as I got rid of that rooster, Karen dropped down on the pecking order, and now she's like super sweet. And this one, can't really see him. Look at his face. I just love it. Look at him. And this is his girlfriend. She is the top of the pecking order. She's like, no. I get really good photos of him. Like the grumpy look, the grumpy chicken look. Here's her butt. Baby settled for below mom. My frizzle. He could shit on me. Let's get out of here. Yeah. And this is the troublemaker. She's always trying to get into my house. And if my windows to my Jeep are open, she will lay her egg in it. She is quite the troublemaker. I put a blue band. Is that? Yeah. There's a blue band on her leg so I can identify her between the other one. Yeah. Yeah. Those are my chickens. I'm going to have to move them, which sucks. I hate moving the one with the little babies. Actually, let's see if we can get them to pop out. They tend to sleep with their heads sticking out. It's really cute. I'll post some pictures on my community tab. Actually, I can get Mom getting her babies out if I give food. That's her, like, ways to let her know that her babies have food. Trying to get the light better for you guys. Wilma's making a fuss. Ooh, Wilma, you're gonna get it. I love the baby stage. If your chickens are wanting to go for rides with you, hang out in your living room to watch TV with you, and hang out in your Jeep, you are doing something right. Not many people have those problems. Aw. Yeah, they totally trust me. Now, can I just walk up to them and pick them up? No, not usually, but some of them I can. Wilma's actually being good. Oh no. No. Come on. Come back over there. There you go. Wilma. Nope, don't do it, guys. Nope. Guys, you're pushing it. Give Wilma a little bit of food. Here, Wilma. Look, right there. What a hairdo. Oh my god, he's making his chickens attack each other. He's got a cock ring on there. I will say, like, the only thing that really has made me uncomfortable on YouTube is the fact that Juels talks about my manly part pretty much every time she opens her mouth about me. Like, I wouldn't dare talk her areas. There's no way. But all right, guys. Well, my phone is at 5%, and I've had phone calls and text messages like you would not believe. So I should probably end this. I really appreciate you guys, being interested in my chicken stuff. Seeing, I have no problem sharing any of it. Like, I'll show my yard. It's not perfect. My coop, it ain't perfect, but they're well taken care of and they're happy, and that's what matters. I take pride in how I take care of my animals. I know I do a good job. So and you will end up on 19 and counting, all in the house. 19 and counting. I think we're 25 and counting. So, but Purple Turtle, I appreciate you coming in. I love all your knowledge, hearing about your stuff. You should get Instagram, so we can exchange photos of our findings. And yeah, thank you so much. You spent a lot of time showing us your little farm. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna be ordering a chest harness, and it's so my phone can sit, so I could be hands free. And then I'm gonna start going live, like when I'm doing cleaning, when I'm working outside. Boomer babe, have a good night. I really wish I knew who you were. um, and yeah, so it's hard to find time. It's hard to find time when I work all day. I come home. I gotta exercise Zeus. I always make sure I check on the chickens and hang out with them for a little bit. And then I'm out. Today I was gonna go fishing and do that stuff with Zeus, but my dad asked if I'd come over and visit, which he never asks. It's always, can you do this? Can you do that? So I went and spent the majority of the afternoon with him. But yeah, I would like to start going live more about my chickens and less about, the YouTube crap. It's boring. It's not enjoyable anymore when everybody is out to hurt. And I'm not into that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the last few hours. That means a lot to me. And Purple Turtle, get Instagram, okay? I need to find someone new to grift off of. Okay. I hope you guys all have a great night and a great weekend. Cheers.